Track 18. 1.
A manager of the soft drinks company Jazz Drinks is standing trial today, accused of spying for its biggest rival, Pit Pots. Dan Craddock, a high-level manager at Jazz, is said to have sold crucial strategic information to Pit Pots for over $2 million. Over recent years, the two companies have been engaged in a fierce battle to capture market share, pouring money into ever more extravagant advertising campaigns. Last year was Jazz Drinks' best ever, and as Pit Pots was losing ground, it is claimed they secretly recruited Mr. Craddock, a sales director at Jazz, to pass on information on marketing and pricing strategy for the coming year. Mr. Craddock denies the charges. The case continues.
2.
The TV presenter Jonas Bakeman is fighting to save his career after stories appeared of his affair with a researcher on his programme, Justice Fight. As reporters laid siege outside his home, he released a statement expressing regret over the affair, but defended himself against allegations that he'd initiated it after aggressively pursuing the woman, Petra Campbell. He claimed the affair had been brief, and he had simply surrendered to a foolish moment of weakness at a production party. However, Ms. Campbell has made available evidence that she had been bombarded with emails and text messages of a personal nature, and that the affair had been far from brief. Bosses of the TV company are to meet tomorrow to consider Mr. Bakeman's future.
3.
Campaigners have claimed victory in their battle against full body scanners in airports, following a court decision supporting a woman who refused to accept a scan. A number of civil liberties groups had joined forces to back the woman in an attempt to defeat the government's proposals that everyone travelling by plane should have to pass through the machines. The campaigners say it is a gross invasion of privacy as the scanners can see through clothing. The government has said that it will not retreat in its policy and believes the scanners play a crucial role in protecting the public from terrorism. It plans to appeal against the decision.
4.
And finally, peace has now broken out in the village of Poleston. A dispute had been raging over a statue of St. John of Bidshire, the multi-prize-winning pig of local farmer Tim Langford. The 3-metre pink sculpture, which had been standing at the entrance of the village for over a year, had split the village, with half saying it was hideous, while supporters of Mr. Langford said it stood as a proud symbol of the local produce for which Poleston is famous. Protesters had marched on to Mr. Langford's land and sprayed the statue with paint. There were then revenge attacks against the vandals. Now, the local council has stepped in as peacemaker to solve the dispute. Mr. Langford has agreed to the statue being relocated to a nearby sculpture gallery, but it will be moved back to the village during the 3-day summer festival.